Welcome back to Wise Wolf. I'm Kokil, and thank you for joining me tonight under the bright full hunter's moon. The hunter's moon has traditionally given hunters extra light to prepare for winter. But tonight, our hunt is different. We are hunting for something essential, our own freedom. We'll explore the invisible chains that hold us captive and learn to recognize the patterns that keep us trapped. Today I want to talk about what I believe is the core purpose of human existence. Liberation. Liberation from all kinds of limitations. Physical, social, mental, emotional. We'll focus through the lens of patriarchy, a system deeply woven into our lives and history. First, let's be clear. Patriarchy is not simply about men versus women. It's a system that shapes the lives of all people, men and women alike. Some benefit more than others, yes, but to deny its existence is to deny reality. Patriarchy is a structure passed down through generations. It's often accepted out of fear, ignorance, or complacency, and sometimes even out of convenience. But it is human-made, not a law of nature, so it can be changed. One truth we all share is a craving for freedom, a desire to be free from fear, limitation, and pain. Spiritual teachings across cultures point to this, the awakening beyond illusion, the breaking free from mental and physical chains. Yet, patriarchy is a master of illusion, spinning false narratives that distract and imprison us mentally even when we're physically free. Think of patriarchy like a pyramid scheme. It convinces us that hierarchy, dominance, and competition are strength, and that some must lose for others to win. This system traps many in cycle of fear, competition, while a few at the top benefit immensely. Look around the world. Places with the strictest patriarchy often have the most conflict, poverty, and instability. This is no coincidence. Patriarchy's roots are in chaos and violence. Its leaders sacrifice innocent lives to fulfill selfish ambitions masked by religion or nationalism. Men are trained to see softness as weakness, to be calculating, transactional, emotionally shut down. Human worth is often reduced to material net worth. This shallow view contributes to rising mental health crises where people either push themselves too far or don't even try at all. When we forget our true selves, we become easier to control. We stop growing spiritually and settle for fear-driven survival. But patriarchy wasn't always this way. Early human societies were more egalitarian, with shared decision-making and female leadership. Around 10,000 years ago, the agricultural revolution changed everything. Resource accumulation shifted power to men. Women's reproductive roles became property to secure lineage and inheritance. Religious and legal systems cemented male dominance. This system was designed to serve economic needs, not nature's law. Feminism isn't about hating men. It's a fight against the patriarchy and its harmful effects on all genders. Women too may uphold patriarchal behavior because the system benefits them or because it's familiar. Women's well-being is often overlooked too. Cultural and media pressures promote toxic beauty standards, harmful skincare, makeup, and household products, all sold to conform to patriarchal and economical expectations. True masculinity means providing opportunity, protection, wisdom, and space for healing, not to control or manipulate. Men can stand up as strength for women, not burdens. Sexuality under patriarchy is also deeply controlled. Men are conditioned towards dominance. Women's self-expression, on the other hand, is shamed or looked down upon. Relationships become conquest games instead of mutual journeys. Boys will be boys. Excuses male irresponsibility, while women choosing independence are seen as difficult or manly. These double standards reveal patriarchy as a tool for control, not true ethics. Engaging authentically with anything means surrendering ego, not forcing your will, but understanding reality deeply. Surface level engagement gives only shallow results and heartbreak. Recently I came across a very interesting chapter in history, the Bosnian War, that offers a few harsh lessons. I was fortunate enough to connect with some of the survivors who were actually my age when they fled the conflict to seek refuge in foreign countries. They saw the same patterns we globally see today: male ego, conquest, domination, war, violence. And who always pays the price? Innocent families, children, women. So in Bosnia, in Sarajevo specifically, the city hall was burned down during war. But if you look at it today, it stands rebuilt, proud, beautiful, without any visible scars. It symbolizes resilience, choosing to create beauty and hope after destruction and hate. True victory is not conquest, but the courage to stay human, to choose love over fear, creation over destruction, and resilience over revenge, even when the world gives reasons not to. As you explore your worth beyond patriarchal expectations, remember, healthy relationships don't require anyone to be diminished. Men and women are teammates, building communities that uplift all. True strength includes vulnerability. Wisdom means asking for and giving help. Authentic power serves collective growth. This evolutionary work is long overdue. In many societies, women now reject traditional roles, choosing education, careers, autonomy, delaying or rejecting motherhood. And this isn't a crisis, it's liberation in action. It reveals how confining those old scripts were, those old roles and expectations were. Authentic leadership emerges from full human potential, adding value, building genuine relationships, raising others up. Patriarchal control limits those choices, manipulates emotions, and exploits labor. Collective liberation means holding toxic behavior accountable, making respect and reciprocity the norm, not the expectation. You have new awareness now. Notice how patriarchy shows up in your life. You can keep following old conditioning or choose freedom for yourself and others connected to you. Understand that patriarchy harms all, but the few at the top. Men are boxed into narrow success definitions. Women bear unseen burdens. Children grow with limited models. Communities fracture into competition. Your liberation contributes to consciousness evolution. Every time you choose authenticity over pretense, connection over control, love over fear, you help others do the same. The same universal intelligence creating galaxies moves us towards connection, awareness, and full potential. Patriarchy fights this natural flow with fear and control. Imagine strength that includes gentleness, leadership with deep listening, success that uplifts everyone. Picture communities where men and women grow together, workplaces valuing collaboration, systems meeting human needs and potentials. This vision isn't a fantasy, it's evolutionary destiny. The tools are in our hands. Our individual and collective freedom matters deeply. It's part of the universe waking up to itself. So until next time, under the beaver moon, practice liberation in small moments. Notice where you excuse yourself into cages out of fear or comfort, and always choose freedom. The moon lights both our chains and our wings. May we choose to fly. Stay free and happy full moon. A rare harvest supermoon will illuminate the skies on October 7th, reaching peak brightness and marking the first supermoon since November 2024. The moon will appear up to 30% brighter and 14% larger than a typical full moon. This marks the first October harvest moon since 1987, with the timing occurring only about 18 times between 1970 and 2050 due to specific astronomical conditions that push the moon closest to the September equinox into October. Optimal viewing conditions will occur in London at 6:15 p.m. on October 6th when the moon rises shortly before sunset at 6:26 p.m., creating spectacular viewing opportunities across the eastern horizon. The moon illusion effect will make the supermoon appear even larger when viewed near buildings and trees. This supermoon coincides with the International Observe the Moon Night on October 4th and kicks off a series of 3 consecutive supermoons through 2025, with the next one occurring on November 5th, Guy Fawkes Night, and December 4th. The first supermoon of 2025, known as the Harvest Moon, will illuminate the sky on October 6th, appearing approximately 14% larger and 30% brighter than a typical full moon as it reaches peak illumination at 11:48 p.m. EDT. Saturn will shine about 15 degrees to the upper right of the full moon during its rise, creating a spectacular celestial pairing that begins a rare 3-month sequence of consecutive supermoons. This October supermoon marks the start of an unusual astronomical phenomenon, featuring 3 consecutive supermoons in October, November, and December 2025, with a 4th one following in January 2026. Optimal viewing occurs just after sunset on October 6th when the moon illusion makes the supermoon appear particularly imposing near the eastern horizon, potentially displaying an orange-yellow hue due to atmospheric effects. The full moon on October 6th, 2025 is both the harvest moon and the hunter's moon. The harvest moon is the full moon nearest to the autumn equinox, which falls around September 22nd and 23rd. Since in 2025, the full moon closest to the equinox occurs in October, that October full moon is considered the harvest moon for the year. The hunter's moon is the full moon immediately following the harvest moon. In 2025, the October 6th to 7th full moon is also considered the hunter's moon because it occurs in October and serves as the first full moon after the September equinox. Sometimes the harvest moon and hunter's moon can be the same full moon as they are in 2025. So this October's full moon is known as the harvest moon as well as the hunter's moon and will be a supermoon, making it a rare and beautiful event in the night sky.